Hello, Cosmic Soul family. Welcome back to the channel. So I was sitting here lounging in my living room, drinking my cucumber water, eating some cake that I'm not supposed to be eating, and I was watching my favorite show. And I thought to myself, there's another level. There is another level for you to meet yourself at right now. There's another level available. And I could have continued to lay here. I just finished eating, I did my laundry today. I could have said, I've done enough for the moment. But there's another level that we are looking to tap into, that we want to be on, right? And it takes discipline. This level takes more discipline than the current level that we're on. I have the opportunity to lounge. I have the opportunity to lay up on these beautiful custom-made pillows that I just received and just relax. But I also have the opportunity to continue to create the reality that I want. Come on. Y'all, the magician is on, okay? I can't really show the cards in this deck because there's a lot of naked bodies. But the magician, last reading we started with the magician. You're being asked to alchemize. You're being asked to transform. You're being asked to integrate. Use everything that you have in this moment to get what it is that you want. If you hear dogs barking, it's because I live in Mexico and the dogs bark egregiously out here. Like, their owners never tell them to be quiet. They bark for nothing. So that's why I also like to record at night. But we are here. There is a level that you often envision yourself being on, that you know that you have the capacity to ascend to, that you know that you have the skills, the drive, the will to maintain. But it requires you to sacrifice some of your favorite things. It requires you to sacrifice some of your favorite things. It's almost like a checkpoint. You're at a spiritual checkpoint. And in order for you to get in order for you to pass this checkpoint, you have to offer something. Whatever this may be. For me, I know one of the things I would have to offer is that cake. It's a tres leche. Actually, it's a tiramisu and a tres leche, and I cut both of them in half and put them in the same container so I could eat a little bit of both. So for me, it's certain foods. For me, it's certain activities. And I'm sure for you, it's a plethora of things that you could think about that you would need to sacrifice in order for you to get what you want. I want my health to be in a certain way, so I'm implementing. I want my day to go a certain way, so I'm implementing new things into my day. I'm taking away excuses and just doing, just showing up. So there is something that you are striving for, and you have to recognize what it is that you have to give up so that you can have this thing. The plate is full. The plate is a little full right now. In order for me to record this video, I had to go delete stuff off my phone because it seems like no matter how many gigs you have, you always run out. So I had to delete some stuff. I had to let go of things that I don't need at the moment. Things that I don't need that are no longer serving me, so that I can do this, what I love. So I can have the space to create and record the creation. You are being asked to sacrifice something that you think you need, that you may have needed in your last season for something new. Because there is this level of abundance that you have that wants to come in. And again, I can't really show these cards because my girls they out. But this is the Empress. We have the numbers 1, 3, and 9 here. 1, 1, 3, 9. Because we also have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Your passions are calling you. Your passions are calling you. You are wise enough to bring this forward, and you're wise enough to know what it is that you have to release. This may not be a long message because it seems very straightforward, but I'm going to let it flow. You're at a checkpoint right now with this 9 of Wands and this Page of Pentacles. What are you going to give up so that you can enter this doorway? So that you can move on to this next level? What is it that you are willing to give up so that you can have space for what it is that you want to come in? But this could be anything. You could even be giving up rest. You may decide, you know what, I'm not going to take a nap midday. I'm not going to just relax when I get home from work. I'm going to instead put that time and energy and effort that I would usually be using to sit on the couch and watch my favorite show into what it is that I want to create, into the life that I want. There is something that you have to relinquish in order for you to step into what it is that you want. And as I was sitting here deleting the things off my phone and moving some stuff out my way so I can record this video, I was like, you have a divination talk show. I have a divination talk show. Y'all are here. Hi. I love to talk. I love to share. I love to find the moral, the lesson, the value of the experience. And I know that there are people that like that too. I know there are people that like to listen, that don't have a problem with someone taking their time. But there are people that want you to just hurry up and get to the reading. But elders don't work like that. And I'm not that old, but I'm for sure an elder. I'm for sure a very wise individual that has been here many times. And that is why I've been granted the opportunity to forge the path that I have. That's why I've been granted the opportunity to live the life that I live. My life is consistently under construction, and it's because it's supposed to be. I was never supposed to fit in, and neither were you. If you hear that in the background, people are doing work. People are working out here. And so am I. You are working, okay? You are a work in progress. We are a work in progress. It gives a make me over energy, but the make me over comes from you. You have to make yourself over. You have to make yourself over. You have to use every single thing that you have available to you to create the reality that you say that you want to live in. Because cosmic souls are limitless beings having a human experience. You can do and have and be whatever you choose to do, have, and be in this lifetime. You just have to commit to it. So the reason we keep getting this magician is because Spirit wants to drive the point into the ground that you are the alchemist. You are the magician. You have the power to create what it is that you desire. If you are sitting there thinking, no, I don't know how you found this channel. You are powerful in your own right. A magician is also a manipulator. And manipulating things is a part of alchemy. You take an orange, you squeeze it, you got juice. You've manipulated the thing, okay? You transformed it, you've changed it. So we know that there's a good and a positive and a negative, a good and a bad. There's the polars of everything, right? There's the polars of everything, but in this reality, it just is. How you decide to label it is up to you. But either way, you still have to make sure that you are doing the thing, whether it's manipulating yourself, which is really what you should be focused on, mastering yourself. Manipulating the things that you have, that you own, that you possess, that are rightfully yours, so that you can create what it is that you want. You don't have to go out stealing. You don't have to go out and be conniving. You don't have to put anyone else down. You don't have to put people in position to risk their lives to get what it is that you want. You have to utilize what it is that you already have. Because you already have every single thing that you need if you just stop for a second. Stop looking at what other people possess. Stop thinking about how fast or slow someone else was able to do something, and focus on your plate. Focus on you. You will be able to see who's really holding you back from getting what it is that you claim that you want. We have the Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. This Knight of Wands has always been interesting to me because he's literally escaping the mouth of a snake. Someone tried to eat you alive. And the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight of the deck. One of them. They call him the Knight in Shining Armor. Like a savior. Do you know who your savior is? You. You are here to save yourself. And even when I look at the Magician, and I look at this Knight of Wands, they're the same person. I'm trying not to show you his whole body. But they are the same individual. Both of them have that arm up. Because you possess the power, you possess the tools to do what it is that you need to do. He needed wings, so now all of a sudden he got wings. Utilize your power, utilize your strength. Allow yourself to surrender to spirit. The Seven of Pentacles and the Devil is not a negative card. The Devil is not, it's not always a negative energy. In this particular moment, what I'm seeing is you having the strength to surrender to the process, because there's something that's incomplete. There's something here that's incomplete that needs to be polished, that needs to be worked on. Five of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Again, in order for you to receive what it is that you want, you're gonna have to let go of what was. There are some people in your life, some things in your life, some places in your life that once made you extremely happy, that you thought you needed these things in your life. You thought that this is exactly what you needed. And these very things are the things you're being asked to walk away from in this moment. You can no longer juggle them. It's time for you to release them. Because holding on to them is literally keeping you away from what it is that you actually desire. Holding on to these activities, holding on to these people, holding on to these things. The people, places, and things. Holding on to the nouns. This is a time to practice detachment. Because anything that you can let go of, if it leaves, it was not meant to stay. There's that saying, if you love something, you gotta let go. And if it comes back, then it means so much more. That's a Heather Headley song. But still, the saying is true. If you love something, let it go. And if it's supposed to be there, it will go nowhere. But if you find yourself letting something go and it is literally taken out of your life, it is released from your life, it's because you were not supposed to have it anymore. And please take these messages and use discernment. Use discernment, because self-sabotage is a real thing. So I don't want anyone saying, oh, you told me to let this thing go. Use discernment. Use discernment, okay? You're being called to a new level. And you're being asked to utilize resources that you often don't utilize, that you're not utilizing enough. But in order for you to utilize those resources more often, you have to relinquish some of the resources that you've been using. Let's go back to the cake. I may have been using sweets as an emotional fulfillment. Okay, that was confirmation. I've been using cake as an emotional fulfillment. I live here in another country by myself. I am by myself, for real. I've been in isolation for years now. And even though I have friends that I speak to quite often, I don't have people around me. And anytime I get into friend groups, I recognize that there's this thing that's like, this just ain't the group for me. And I know what it is that I have to do to connect with the people I'm supposed to be with. But for a long time, that has felt hard to me. And in this moment, it's feeling easier because what's being hard now, isolation has become hard for me. I love myself and I love being with myself, but I also love to utilize my gifts. And allowing my gifts to lie dormant because I don't want to play on the internet, it's not working. It's not working. It's not enough for me to do the readings just for myself anymore. It's not enough for me to do readings for friends because my friends do call me. I have community. I have community, that people that I know, people that I've met that don't live in this country, because I'm not from this country. My people are where they are, where they've been. And they call me and I give them readings. I offer my services as a community member. But I've been put in a position to have to do it online. And it has not been something that is fun for me. But it's not always about what's fun. Because now I'm at a crossroad. I'm at a place where I can continue to find fulfillment in food, or I can allow myself to find fulfillment in using the gifts that I have to create the community that I desire. It's one or the other. But it surely enough will not be both. It surely enough will not be both. There's an overflow of wisdom that you have within that you're being asked to use. That you're being asked to use, that you're being asked to allow yourself to integrate into your everyday reality. Because utilizing what it is that you know not only transforms your life, but the lives of others. We have the Death, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups in this deck is very interesting. This is the African American Tarot deck. The Four Cups in this deck is interesting because it talks about unexpected company. A lot of us have in mind a target audience, a group of people, a certain vibe that we're looking for. And you don't even know that who you're reconciling with, the soul tribe that you're coming into, the people that you're going to be connecting with because of what it is that you do, because of who it is that you are. They're not at all going to be who you think. It's not at all going to be who you think. And you don't have to focus on that in the moment, because that is going to happen as long as you follow your path. You don't even have to think about who is it that I'm supposed to be talking to? Who is it that's supposed to be, I don't know. I could be thinking, who is it that's supposed to be receiving these messages? I don't know. I don't know who these messages for. I don't know what the cosmic soul family looks like. I can't say that I am my target audience. I can't say, oh, they have to be in their 30s, they have to be living abroad. No, I know that cosmic souls are limitless beings having a human experience. That's what I know. Whoever has a limitless mindset, whoever knows that they can achieve anything that they put their heart, mind, body, and soul into, that's a cosmic soul. I don't know what those people look like. But what I do know is that I have to defeat, you have to defeat, we have to defeat that negative mindset that's stopping us from proceeding because we just think we need to know everything. There's a lot of people here that are not moving forward because they think that they need to know everything before they do. And again, there's a wealth of knowledge that you can offer, but you're too busy limiting yourself to who it is that you can offer it to. And if you could just get over yourself, get over this human experience for a moment and be limitless again, think limitless, you will allow yourself to show up in spaces that you would have never thought you'd find yourself in, that you would have never thought had a seat at the table for you. But if you keep on allowing yourself, to limit your activity, to wait, to not show up because of how you look, how you dress, how you sound, how you feel about yourself, you're going to miss your target. You come to an end of a cycle. So So for the 9 of Wands, like I said, an end of a cycle. We got nothing but 9s and 10s here. We have the 9 of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is number 10. We have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Swords. It's time for you to face your fears. Because once you face them, you'll find that it's easy for you to beat this. It's easy for you to defeat that fear mindset that you've been walking around with. You've already done it with the 5 of Swords here and the Justice right underneath. You've already done it. And someone has watched you do it. You showing up is the proof that you've done it. Is the proof that you have defeated that fear-based mindset that had been instilled in you, that had been trying to eat you alive. Nobody else, you don't give anyone else the power to put you down, to make you feel like you can't accomplish something. You do that on your own now. You don't let other people do that to you. You don't allow other people to stay in your life doing that thing to you. Now you do it yourself. And if you do have people around you that are doing that, they're just a reflection of how you think about yourself. That is what you have to sacrifice. That is what you'll have to give up. You have a choice to make. And we got both of the choice cards here. We have the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We have Judgment, the Moon, and the Lovers. And this is for clarification of the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is that thing that you have to offer. The 9 of Wands is that gate, that gateway that you have to go through. That gateway of integrity. It's reminding me of the heart and the feather, weighing your heart against the feather to see if it's light enough for you to pass through. There's something that you have to decide to let go of because you're being called up into the unknown. And when you get there, it's decisions that you have to make. But right now, the decision that you have to make is to be honest with yourself. Who am I? What do I want? And do I know that I'm worthy enough to have it? It's time for you to be completely honest with yourself so that you can walk away from these things. Allow yourself to stop being a martyr for things that don't serve you and move on. Move on because you're being called upward. And no, you don't know where this thing is going to lead you. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to do it. That doesn't mean that you need to wait until you figure it out. You don't have to know. If you really trust in the way that you say that you trust, then you don't need to know everything. We have new moon in Cancer and full moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe, and a personal issue reaches resolution. It's very rare that I see a new moon and a full moon at the same time. So this is definitely something so feeling based. This could be about family. This could be about a home environment. This is just something that makes you feel at home. This is your comfort. You have to sacrifice some sort of comfort. It's like letting go of your teddy bear, if you had one of those when you were a child. Letting go of your favorite toy, letting go of your favorite thing, because now you don't need it. I just saw a bike with training wheels. The training wheels are coming off. The bike is getting a motor. Let's see what Moonology cards we have for you today. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Y'all watch me shuffle. First card we have is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. The leaders. We're in Aries season right now, but these readings are timeless. Harness your Aries energy and be the leader and make the first move. It is on you. We have new moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. You have to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice that comfy part of yourself that's stopping you. And you may not, I'm not even gonna tell you how to do it. I was about to give a little, because I keep seeing someone want to be like, oh no, I could do it a little bit. You can't do it a little bit. Even you thinking you could do it a little bit, you're only giving yourself just a little bit of room. The smaller of the amount that you are looking to sacrifice, the smaller of the amount that's going to come in to replace that. So when I look at this new moon, a time to give rather than take, I'm seeing a clearing. It's new, it's nothing here. My plate is clean and I'm ready to receive. But you have to give first. You have to give it up, whatever that is. Last but not least, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Last video, I talked about looking at your astrology chart because we are going to go over the astrology charts. I will have the Aries through the houses and possibly through the planets coming out soon. There is a way about yourself that is a reflection of an older version of you that you want to take into the newer version of you, into the season where the newer version of you is going to thrive. And you need to know that that can't go. And this is why we have a personal issue reaches resolution. Because you need to know that that can't go and you need to be okay with that. You need to be comfortable with the fact that, yeah, I'm sacrificing this part of myself. Right underneath that, we have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Get serious about what it is that you want. Because right underneath that, we have new moon. A new start is coming. And I know that these are only 3 cards that I'm supposed to read because then we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, and I pulled this card in the last reading. So we're all caught up. We're all caught up. If you create a plan to release what it is that no longer services you, for instance, let's go back to the cake. I just bought those 2 slices of cake today. I'm gonna finish them. But what I'm not going to do is buy the cake again. Maybe what I'll do is find a vegan version of the cake. I really don't need the cake though. I really don't need the cake though. There's other snacks that I can have that are healthier for my body, that my body actually wants. But I have to make the decision. That is the personal issue. I have a personal issue. And I have to decide how much of it I'm gonna allow to weigh on me. Because what it is that I desire, I have to follow a protocol for me to get that. And I might talk about that one day on my other channel. Because I do have another channel. Me allowing myself to follow the protocol, to follow the practical plan, is what leads me into the new start, the newness. And when I look at Virgo, when I think about Virgos, I think about disciplined individuals. Very meticulous. I feel this like OCD energy from them. Like perfectionists to the T. And when we think about Virgos, let's think about Michael Jackson, Beyonce. Those are Virgos. Discipline for their craft, for their artistry. It has to be right. Think about that. Think about that energy. As you say that you want this new life, as you say that you want this new thing. If you claim you don't want to change too much, then you don't really want what you say you want. Or maybe you do, but you're just not willing to do the work to get it. But that's not what we're on this channel. We're doing the work. We're doing the hard work. It's not going to be easy. No, you're not going to fit in with everybody. You're probably not going to be able to do all the things that you used to do before, but you know what? It's worth it. That's the end of the reading. I thank y'all for being here. I will see you in the next one. And until then, make sure that you are allowing yourself to live limitlessly. You don't need anything to hold you back. You don't need to have any thoughts telling you that you can't achieve what it is that you desire to accomplish. Feed the energy that is feeding you. Peace, y'all.